Jeff from RenoVision here. Today we are going to do a really cool experiment. We're going to be myth busting and experimenting with all the different kinds of spray foam so that you understand the properties, how they work, where you should use it, and which one is right for you on the project you're working on. Believe it or not all spray foam is created equal, and it has a lot of different technology going on here. So let's get into this and show you what is going on, because first of all, the cans have changed recently. This is great stuff. Get it? Oh, that's a dad joke for sure. The idea behind the great stuff is you could just pop this off and you thread on the nozzle, all right? This stuff is all under compression. And you'll see they got a warning label, right? You don't want to blow this up, okay? The foam itself is actually a little bit dangerous if it catches on fire. So we try to use this exclusively behind walls, right? If it's behind a wall, by the time a fire gets to it, if you haven't left the building, sorry to say it's too late for you anyway. All right, here we go. We're gonna just pop all these off. What I'm gonna do in the experiment today is I'm gonna just spray out a line of each of these kinds of foams so that you can see how they react differently and what they look like. And then we'll talk about the different uses and the fact that I love the fact that the spray foam doesn't need to be shaken like spray paint anymore. There was a day when we used to have to shake the stuff and had the ball and you had to shake it, and it was ridiculous. Now everything comes pre-pressurized. There's no more shaking necessary. They've eliminated that from the instructions, and it makes this a lot easier to use. They've also got a new tip. This is a trigger tip, and what this does is it gives it a positive stop. So you can actually spray it, release it, come back and use it again a couple weeks later, and it'll still work. Worst case scenario, you snip the tip if it clogs up or whatever, but it's not the end of the world. The old cans, if you used a little bit, it would seal up, and then it was garbage, right? Nobody liked that. But these ones are a lot more effective if you're a homeowner and you just need a little bit, or you're gonna do a bit of a project now, a bit of a project later. Let's get into this. First of all, we got the gap and crack filler. I'm loving this product. This is great. It is a great insulator as well. So if you have an addition or something like that in your home and you've gotta force this foam into a corner and you want to know that it's expanding to fill that huge gap, like a 4 inches or 5 inches thick, this is a great product to use. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to invert it. I'm going to shoot it with my other finger here, and we're just going to run a line to show you how it works. Right? Crazy, isn't it? No control. Hold it off the ground. You have pressure control on this foam. You can shoot a lot or a little, okay? That is one of the coolest things about it. So, we're gonna do a comparison test of the expansion on this foam. I'm just gonna run a little line here. All right, next one is the big gap filler. Same product, same company, different component parts, same trigger, and you use this for really big holes. Now, I'll try to just use nice, gentle pressure. Here it comes. You can see that even on the gentle pressure, wow, it's coming out as a different color, and it's already twice as big. Window and foam. Now this one is formulated especially for doing doors and windows between the jamb and the frame of the house, because this one has a component property that it won't push. It would rather go left and right than to push against the frame, so it won't bow the window. And we'll just put a little bit of this out. Okay, and then last but not least, this is the pest block. This one's to be used around your foundation of your home, especially if you got a stone foundation on an 1880 home like mine. All right, and this one is basically got a element in there that mice don't like. It's a little nasty looking and almost comes out gray, very similar to stone, so it's almost invisible. Now you can see this is like a tan, more of a cream, and then a yellow, and then a, right? That's awesome. Now hold on just a second. You know, we shot this video a couple of months ago, and am I the only one watching this in hindsight that's a little underwhelmed? Is it just me, or do all those expansion foams look and react exactly the same? I'm a big fan of this product, and they're not paying me to get on here and show you. I went to the store and bought this stuff myself because I love using it. But to be honest with you, I'm feeling like 10 years ago, there were significantly different changes with that product. Like the big foam gap expansion filler stuff really just blew up in the wall. I'm starting to think they only got one formula with different colors. Maybe there's an additive for the pest control. I would really like to hear your opinion on this stuff because I was expecting this video to be a lot more dramatic and it would be a lot more help for you to understand which foam to use in what situation. As it is right now, I'm only ever going to buy one can ever again. I don't see the need to buy this foam for that and this foam for that if they're all going to react the same. Anyway, hit the comment section, let me know what you think. Maybe it's about time people started telling the truth about these products. Let's get back to the video. First of all, the door and window foam. It's very common. It's one of the most common products on the market because we use it all the time for sealing up doors and windows. This can does about 2 average size windows, 4 feet by 3 feet, okay? And that's great. And if you're doing a lot of windows and doors, you're gonna find this is an expensive option. So, I'm gonna introduce you to the upgraded version. Bum, ba, ba, bum. All right, now, full disclosure, the last time I used this can was 3 months ago, before I went away to Florida. And we did the window project where we added a window to a wall that didn't exist before. If you're interested in seeing that project, you can click the link up here. We'll put up a card. But this is how you store it. This comes with a gun. The gun's about 40 bucks. And this is the steel version. It comes in a plastic for less money. Not as durable, but if you're a homeowner, it might be a good option for you. And when you're done using it, you close the end up and you set it on the can, and that's it. Now, when it comes time to use it again, of course, we need to clean off all the goop at the end. We usually use our Olfa knife for that, and then just try to trim the nose of it right there. Okay? Now, you open up the end, and this is like a cartridge valve, right? It opens up, and then you can shoot. Look at that, 3 months later, wow. Okay, now here's the thing. I have a lot more control with this handle than I do with the ones that come with the cap. This is the same as the yellow foam. I'm gonna do this. Look at that little bead that I can make. I can add just hardly nothing, okay? Or I can open the handle all the way, and I can add a lot. When you're done, you close that handle up, and your storage. Now, if you have been gone for a long time and it doesn't work, I was kind of hoping it wouldn't work. I wanted to show you some really cool things, but all you do is you unthread the top here. Boy, it's gonna cause me an issue. All right, and you're gonna get some, it's under pressure, right? So there's gonna be some goo. You got this stuff here, the great stuff Solvent, designed to clean the gear. Comes with a spray tip, and we can just wash it off. It's kind of like gasoline, all right? And that works great. And if your can is really a problem, you take off the tip, you thread this right on here. Okay, and you can use this if you want to switch between products as well, because you can go from the door and window foam, pest block to the big gap filler, all in the same gun. We just open this up and we clean it out. There we go, nothing but cleaner. Okay, close that. Open that. Now you know it's clean. Now, we'll thread that can back on again. It's almost empty, but I'll show you how this works. Now I can open this up, and I get rid of the rest of that cleaner. I'm back to foam again, all right? This is a great way, especially if you're doing a lot of renovation or if you're in the contracting business and you haven't seen this before. My God, look at this. You can stick this in any hole and fill it up with foam. It's just brilliant. Perfect control, right? Doesn't get any better than that. And it'll save you a ton of money. The benefit of this is these cans will do 15 windows each, all right? Just a few bucks more. So if you own the gun, you can get an endless supply of foam for your major renovation product, and that is money in the bank. Let's go back and take a look at this. Because these foams, this has been drying for 5 minutes. Big gap filler, sorry, that one. Right? How fun is that? And then we got the gap and crack. You see how much pressure it's under? Like, If you stick this in a hole, you can fill a gap 10 feet away. That's a lot of fun. Now the pest block doesn't have that same capacity, but it is a really good sealant. Not as much pressure. But you'll see that a lot of these foams, they are low expansion foams. Even the big gap filler, right? Unbelievable. Man, you can play with this stuff all day long, right? Now you'll see this stuff here, even on full. That's the kind of bead you want when you're sealing up a hole. Most of the time when you're installing a window, you got about a 1/2 inch by maybe a 1 inch dip you want to fill. This is it, one pass, right? You don't want any more than that. A lot of fun. I'll be darned, that foam all expanded at the same rate. Kind of ticked me off. So now today we're here filming this. Yeah, I love great stuff. No, they don't support the channel. No, I don't show products. And I went and bought this myself. All different cans to show you guys the difference, but apparently there isn't one. A while back I told you guys I was going to be a consumer advocate and I wasn't going to take money from corporations anymore. Classic example, here we go. Are they ripping us off, telling us we need 4 different kinds of cans in our toolbox when it's all the same stuff? I think there may be something wrong with this product here. Anyway, like I look back 10 years ago and I knew that big gap foam was like huge. It really exploded up. But this stuff, it all seems to be the same. And listen guys, if you like the idea that I'm trying my best to give you real solid information without being paid for an opinion, then give the video a thumbs up, okay? Hit that like button. And if you want to see other videos that we're doing our best to try to get you information on all the different subject matter, we call it our bench series, where I just sit there at the table and talk about a whole bunch of different things, focusing on one topic, then you can click the link right up here. And we'll see you in those videos as well. Remember, you're your best contractor, so learn how to do it yourself.